US graduate applications are completely different from anything you have done before in India. There's no common portal, no merit list, no counseling rounds. Every single university has its own separate online application system. You create a separate account on each one, upload your documents individually, and submit separately. If you do not know what documents are required before you start, you will be scrambling at the deadline. And scrambling at the deadline is how strong application becomes weak ones. There are 8 components to the US graduate application. Most students know about 4. This video covers all 8 with screen recording of the actual portals and tools for every department. Before I go deep into each one, here is a full list, all 8 components. Then we go through each one. Application fees range from $50 to $150 per university. If you apply to 10 university and you should budget between $500 to $1,500 just in fees. This is the real cost, plan for it now, not the week you are ready to submit. Here is what our typical US graduate application portals looks like. You are creating an individual account, use a professional email, something like your first name.lastname@gmail.com. Use the same email across all portals. Inside you will see a document checklist. Every university's list is slightly different but most require the same core components. Notice this section, the application status dashboard. After you submit, this is where you track which documents have been received, which are still pending, and what the status of the application is. Check this weekly after submission. One critical thing, submitting your application does not mean the university has received all your documents. Transcript, test scores, and letters of recommendation are tracked separately. Always verify each component has been received through this dashboard. Component 1. Academic transcript. Official transcript from every institution you attended. For the initial online application, most university accept scanned copies. After admission, they will ask for the official sealed copies sent by your institution, meaning your registrar put them in an envelope, stamps the seal, and you submit them unopened. Start this process early. Your register office will need time, and during peak graduation season, they are handling hundreds of requests. Also, get your consolidated mark sheets from every academic year, not just a final year. Many US portals ask for semester by semester grades. Component 2. English proficiency. You need one of the 4 tests, TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo or PTE. The choice depends on what your target university accepts. Let me show you the comparison. TOEFL, the most universally accepted. Minimum score for most programs is 80. Top programs require 100 or higher. Cost is $245 in 2025. Valid for 2 years. Register at ets.org/TOEFL. IELTS Academic, also widely accepted, especially if you have already taken it for UK or Canada applications. Minimum is usually 6.5 overall. Cost is $215 to $245. Register at britishcouncil.in in India. Duolingo English Test, the cheapest option at $69 and the most convenient. You take it at home and get result in 48 hours. But, and this is the catch most students miss, it is not accepted everywhere. Some top programs specifically requires TOEFL or IELTS. Always verify acceptance on each university's admission requirement page before booking Duolingo. Book first, check later is a costly mistake. PTE Academic, less commonly required, 170 to $200. If a specific program accepts it and you are comfortable with the format, it is a valid option. My recommendation, if you are unsure, take TOEFL. It is the safest choice across all departments and university types. Component 3. GRE. The single most important thing I want to say about the GRE is this. Verify whether your target programs actually require it before you register. As of 2024 and 25, many graduate programs across multiple departments have made the GRE optional. That includes engineering, CS, business, public policy, and more. Do not spend $228 on the GRE before checking. Go to each university graduate admission requirements page. If it says optional, seriously consider whether a strong score will meaningfully strengthen your application against the cost and prep time. If it is required, register at ets.org/GRE and give yourself 3 to 4 months of preparation time. Components 4 and 5. Statement of purpose and letter of recommendation. are each big enough to deserve their own dedicated videos, and I made them. The links are in the description. What I will say here is this. These are the two most important documents in the entire application. Your SOP is the difference between the admission and the rejection at the programs where your academic profile is competitive. Your letters determine whether your application fee is 3D dimensional or flat. Do not treat them as afterthoughts. Component 6, Resume or CV, required by almost every program. 1 or 2 pages maximum. Sections in the US graduate resume: education, research and work experience, projects and publications, skills, and awards or honors. Critical US format rules: do not include a photo, do not include your date of birth, or do not include your marital status. These are common in Indian resumes and completely wrong in US application context. If you include them, it signals immediately that this was not written for the US audience. For engineering and CS students, your technical skill section matters. List programming languages, tools, frameworks, and lab techniques explicitly. For business students, quantify everything: project budgets, percentage improvements, team sizes. Numbers make experience credible. Component 7, and this applies specifically to students in architecture, landscape architecture, urban design, and related fields. The portfolio. For these programs, the portfolio is often the most heavily weighted component in your application, sometimes more than your GPA or test scores. Here is what US design and architecture programs actually evaluate. Format: PDF, almost always. File size under 20 to 25 MB. Compress in Adobe Acrobat. Page count: 20 to 40 pages is a sweet spot. Many programs specify a strict limit, so always check. Number of projects: 5 to 8 strong projects with depth. This is critical. 3 well-developed projects that shows your design process, concept development, and technical execution will always outperform 10 shallow projects that only show final renders. What programs actually evaluate: your design concept and whether it is clearly communicated. Your process: the sketches, diagrams, and iteration, not just a final output. Your technical drawings, the clarity of your layout, and whether your work demonstrates range across different scales and typologies. The most common mistake: submitting only final renders with no process. It makes it look like you used a rendering tool without understanding the design. Always show how you got to the result. Build your layout in Adobe InDesign. Compress the PDF before submitting. If you're not in a design or architecture field, skip directly to the resume and SOP. The portfolio requirement is field specific. For a different group: humanities, social science, political science, international relations, and similar fields. Many programs ask for a writing sample instead of or in addition to the standard documents. A writing sample is typically a 10 to 25 page academic research paper that demonstrates your analytical and research writing ability. Use your best undergraduate research paper, ideally on a topic related to your internet graduate research area. Format it cleanly, proofread it thoroughly. A weak writing sample can override a strong SOP because it is direct evidence of the skill you are claiming to have. Not all programs require it. Always check each university's specific requirements page. Engineering, CS, business, and STEM students. These requirements almost never apply to you. If you are unsure, check. Do not submit a writing sample where it is not requested. ets.org/TOEFL. Register for TOEFL. Access prep materials. Send score reports to universities. Register 4 to 6 months before your application deadlines. britishcouncil.in/exam/IELTS. British Council India's site for IELTS registration. Same 4 to 6 months lead time applies. englishtest.duolingo.com. Cheapest and fastest. But verify acceptance on every university's requirements page before booking. ets.org/GRE. Only use this after you have confirmed your target universities actually require the GRE. Many have waived it. Do not spend $228 before verifying. Before you apply, make sure you have all of these: valid passport, official sealed transcript and consolidated mark sheets, provisional degree certificate or expected graduation letter, resume in US format, no photo, no date of birth, statement of purpose, customized for each university, 2 to 3 LOAs confirmed with at least 6 weeks notice given, English proficiency score, GRE if required, portfolio for design programs, writing sample for humanities and policy programs, internship and work certificates, WS evaluation if required, university shortlist with portal links and deadlines, International credit or debit card for application fees.
One question for the comments. Which document in this list are you most unsure about right now? Drop it below. I read every comment and I will answer. That is every document in the US graduate application, explained with a screen recording of the actual websites and portals. Nothing was skipped. The next step after understanding the documents is writing the two that will actually determine your outcome, the statement of purpose and the letters of recommendation. Both have dedicated videos. The SOP video in particular is the most important one in this series. Link is in the description. Subscribe if you haven't. Good luck with your application. See you in the next one.